right. Well, hi everyone. For anyone who doesn't know me yet, my name is Anke, and I'm a program manager on the ecosystem team at the Stellar Development Foundation, and I lead strategy and execution for the Stellar Community Fund. Yesterday and today we feature the amazing candidates of the 11th round, and I can't wait to show you the lineup for today. But for anyone who is new here, I will first briefly explain what the program is and how it works. So the Stellar Community Fund is an open application grant program based on community input that serves as a springboard for many businesses and developers building on Stellar to turn their concepts into tangible products and services. So since 2016, with the predecessor, Stellar Build Challenge, hundreds of projects have already been supported by SCF and its predecessor, including familiar names like Stellar Expert, Lobster, Lightmint, Leaf Global, Enclap, and many, many, many more. So in short, it gives companies and builders really an opportunity to present Stellar-based projects to the broader Stellar community for feedback. And it gives the broader Stellar community an opportunity to give feedback and weigh in on which projects deserve Lumen grants. Currently, both of the above are carried out on a biannual cadence in the form of rounds. So each round, they're all listed on communityfund.stellar.org. They have a set pool of lumens, and they consist of different phases, as you can see here. We've already finished submission. We actually had two rounds of phases of candidate selection, and we're now in the community discussion phase, where the community at large can give feedback and ask questions. And then after this will be the community vote, where actually verified community members can vote on which candidates they think deserve Lumen grants. All right, so as I mentioned, we're currently in the 11th round. The pool amount is 8 million XLM. And we have received 152 submissions, of which 50 were selected to participate in the SCF. It's really exciting to see like all of the engagement happens here on the SCF Discord server, where candidates can answer questions and the community members ask and receive feedback to hone their pitches and also improve their product. So really exciting. So today we have a session schedule. The lineup is right on my screen here. Each of the speakers, each of the teams have 5 minutes for presentation and demo, highlighting their solution, core abilities, and how to use Stellar. And then there's going to be 5 minutes for Q&A, where anyone can ask questions and provide feedback. So just to some guidelines here. To watch the candidate screen, you actually need to click on it within Discord and exit when screen sharing ends. It's not a continuous stream. Also, only members with candidate SCF 11 and verified roles are able to unmute themselves. So if you don't have this role, please use the chat box. And also be nice and be kind and supportive to your fellow competitors. Any inappropriate behaviors will not be tolerated. And also, this goes by really fast, so leave any feedback in the candidate's individual project post on SCF 11. And let me see, that is about it from my end. Let me stop sharing my screen. And then without further ado, we have our first project of the fourth session of the candidate pitches, which is On-Chain. On-Chain, would you mind unmuting yourself and sharing your screen? And then we can get started.
Absolutely. You guys can hear me, right?
Yes, perfect.
Awesome. Yeah, let me share my screen and let me know when this is visible.
Yeah, we can see it.
Awesome. Let me go full screen. So I'll be quick because I know we have 5 minutes. Francesco here. I'm the Senior Director of Products here at On-Chain. So I run the product development effort here. I'm based in San Francisco today, calling from London. And really the title of this presentation is around managing risk and monitoring risk for Stellar apps. So On-Chain is a security and risk management company based in the San Francisco Bay Area. We've been around for around 4 years. and we develop software for security and risk management purposes for anyone who touches crypto. So whether you're a crypto business, so an exchange, wallet provider, DeFi protocol, or others, or a traditional financial institutions, law enforcement, or enterprises like touching crypto, you need a risk monitoring solution from anti-money laundering, transaction monitoring, wallet screening, fraud prevention, and all of that jazz. So we develop specific software for like handling all of these in your application. We have a suite of products and services that we offer. In particular, part of like the Stellar Grant application are BI and CISO. BI is our AML API, and CISO is our investigative product. So this is kind of like the what is and I forgot one which is Web3 Guard, which is a new product we launched. But this is like what our project is about, right? We're going to be opening up access to every Stellar developer to our BEI API. This is used for wallet screening. It's used for transaction monitoring, making sure that no sanctioned individual interacting with your application, no hackers are trying to launder money through your application, no scammers, etc. Right? Overall, holistic monitoring of who's transacting with your application. Second part of the grant is Web3 Guard. It's our community reporting tool for hacks, scams, or any suspicious activity, really. We really believe in transparency in ecosystems. And if someone comes to my NFT marketplace and they're doing something very sketchy, right? I think there's a lot of value. We think there's a lot of value in sharing that kind of information with the rest of the ecosystem. And of course, right, we're going to be integrating Stellar Chain into our CISO product for investigations, enhanced due diligence. Usually, compliance teams use this product to make sure that they're compliant with the laws in their local jurisdictions. As I was mentioning, BI API is like the main tool that will open up for free to developers. We do believe developers should be able to build with a risk-based approach from day one and not pay tens of thousands of dollars for security and AML tools at the very beginning of their application. So with our API, you can query wallets, you can query transaction hashes. It's 7 lines of code. I'll quickly show it at the end of the call, and you get a risk score, which is powered by our AI engine. This is how it looks like. You basically pass a wallet address, and it gives you like a label. This is a sanctioned wallet. This is like a whale wallet. This is an exchange. This is Binance or whatever. It gives you a risk score, a number between 0 and 100, and it gives you a breakdown of the risk activity. The second tool, as I was mentioning, is our suspicious activity reporting tool. People will be able to file reports, and everybody in the ecosystem will be able to see it. And that will then be integrated into our API so that people can query this kind of information. Last, our CISO product. This is, enhances like investigations and enhanced due diligence when it comes to like looking at what's happening on chain. It's very automated, powered by the BEI API, and it gives a holistic representation of the risk of certain entities on chain, from wallets, transactions, NFT projects, or exchanges. Last, and this is my last slide, why integrating our BEI API? There's international regulatory leadership, right, in different agencies and jurisdiction which mandate transaction monitoring in AML screening. So even if it's not today in every jurisdiction, it will be down the line. It facilitates growth and secures application. And again, as part of this grant, we'll provide this access for free. So this should be around 5 minutes. So let me stop here for questions and Q&A.
Great. Thank you for such an amazing presentation, Francisco. And also congratulations to be one of the top 25 enterprise technology startups by the CNBC. Alfred Pay shared it, and I was like, oh, that's so great. Great. So are there any questions here?
This BC, I have a question. The suspicious activity report, is this in the same format as the one that is required by FinCEN?
FinCEN requires certain applications to file SARs, right? Suspicious activity reports. As of now, this is mainly meant to be like for reporting with the community and the ecosystem. So the answer to your question would be no. Down the line, the idea is to also offer that functionality of suspicious activity reports in compliance with what FinCEN asks. But out the door, it will mainly be a tool for the community and not for reporting to regulators.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Mm-hmm. And this information will be available, right? So you can see it on the tool itself, the reports that are being filed.
Question? In the meantime, BC, you have another question?
Yes, I do. So in terms of AML monitoring, which are the databases that you actually hit? Aside from the SDN list, do you also hit any other database like the UN list and the European list? How many of these databases do you hit for your AML?
Yeah. You touched on a very good points, right? We cover all the major sanction lists across the world, so not just OFAC, but European and others. All the major ones are covered. And then in addition to that, we expand those risk scores and labels to addresses that interacted with addresses that are on those lists. We use our AI-based risk engine to expand those labels and expand those risk scores. In addition to that, we have a threat intelligence team in-house that does a lot of investigations, analysis, and intelligence on the darknet market, on underground Telegram chats, and other OSINT information to gather a lot of info about what people are doing, especially sketchy activities, and integrate those information into our databases, and then we expand it and make it available to the community. So in-house team, we work with partners also to enhance this data, which is not just suspicious. It's, of course, we cover all the major hacks, scams, the ransomware, sanction individuals, but not just the first degree, not just the individual label. For if you're on a sanction list, you might have a very high score, but how do you expand that risk score to other addresses that interact with those addresses? So hopefully this answers your questions.
Yeah, it does. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Question from the chat. Goulard asks, is there an API I can use to check the score of a given wallet?
Yep, that's exactly BI API. So from here, let me actually show you here. There's a demo site here. You want to see in Python, for example, you pass whatever wallet you want, and this is the kind of response you get. You get a risk score, which in this case is 100 out of 100. In this case, it's a sanctioned individual. But for example, if I open up another one here, this may be a ransomware, also 100 risk score, and you get a little bit more details on which kind of ransomware it is.
Were you able to integrate Stellar completely in the bootcamp, or is that still in the works? Because I see this is a Bitcoin address.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, we were not able to integrate it completely. It takes a couple of months for us to actually do the entire data integration, training our AI machine learning scores, and then integrating it fully into our pipelines. So it's not fully integrated. This is what we're going to be doing in the next couple of months.
Awesome. So if you have any more questions, please ask them in the on-chain channel. I think we're on time here. So our next candidate who will be presenting is Live Wallet. Live Wallet, please unmute yourself and start sharing your screen.
All right. Thank you very much. Let me share my screen.
Thank you, guys.
Hello, everyone. My name is Francis Owusu-Mensah. I'm a co-founder and CEO of Life Wallet, based in Ghana, West Africa. Life Wallet enables cashing in and out of cryptocurrency through mobile money agents in Africa. The existing problem: most crypto investors in Ghana and other African countries have to trust anonymous P2P traders to cash in and out of crypto. Most get scammed along the way, a big problem that hinders adoption. Also, acquiring crypto through exchanges may be complex and time-consuming, especially for people with limited access to banking services. And the limitation of local currencies to crypto gateways has also contributed to the slow penetration of crypto-related projects in Africa. With our solution, we are building an infrastructure on Stellar Network that allows the general public to convert physical cash into crypto and crypto into physical cash at thousands of accredited mobile money agent outlets across Africa. By leveraging the over 3 million mobile money agents in Africa and Stellar technology to make it easy to convert physical cash into crypto and crypto into physical cash directly. Our initial target customers are crypto enthusiasts, freelancers, investors, and mobile money agents in Ghana, Nigeria, and Kenya. I'm excited to share two of the products we have. This first product is a non-custodial crypto wallet where users can send and receive payment, store their crypto, swap their crypto asset, cash in and out, find merchants that accept crypto, spend with USDC and earn cashback, and contribute and earn from transaction fees. Our other product is a fiat on and off ramp for Africa. Stellar built apps and services can integrate our payment service for their users in Africa to use our mobile money agent on and off ramp. For a customer to use our off ramp or cash out, they initiate a withdrawal by providing their personal information and the amount they want to withdraw. The customer receives a unique code and then walks to a mobile money agent outlet with an identification card and a unique code. The agent opens the app and fills out the cash out form by entering the customer's unique code and user ID. The agent receives USDC with a commission for providing the service and pays out local currency to the customer. How we use Stellar Network: we use SEP24 to accept fiat deposit and withdrawals via mobile money agent outlets. We use SEP30 for easily recovery using email and phone numbers. Lastly, become an anchor on Stellar Network by providing on and off ramps for Ghana and beyond. We are currently beta testing our product and have over 2,000 people sign up to our wait list. The market size of cryptocurrency in Africa is over $100 billion, and we seek to capture $10 billion in the next 3 to 5 years. We are a team from Africa with over 15 years of combined experience in software development, blockchain technology, and the mobile money industry. As of 2022, rising inflation has become a shared trend in Africa. Ghana's inflation rate hit 40.4% for October 2022. Considering the rate of the economic meltdown, individuals have resorted to safe investment. Opening dollar and the foreign currency denominated account involve a very cumbersome process. As a result, they have no safe and simple way to hedge their highly depreciating currencies. That is why we can't wait till tomorrow. We are seeking $50,000 to enable us to acquire a license for our product, expand our team, and acquire more users through marketing. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Tom Schrager, and I am the founder and CEO of Remit TV. Remit TV is a social enterprise that enables consumers in low to middle income countries to be able to earn from their content, where today they do not have access to that digital economy. They can become creators and influencers, and we gift them free coins, sukis, they're called sukis, that they tip friends and family, communities, or just peers to peers to say thank you very much, great video. And when they hit a certain amount, these creators, they check out from my wallet in the forms of airtime data, PayPal, Paytm, and this is not a crypto wallet. So what we want to do after this successful start is we want to basically leverage the Stellar blockchain along with some partnerships that we are talking to and negotiated with MoneyGram, Orochi, Mykobo and Fimi, and we want to allow people to earn from their content in the shortest possible time. So a little snapshot for you here is watch a video and you get some sukies, that's fine, tip, and then they go into the creator's account, and then the creator obviously reaches a certain amount, and then they can check that out manually by us in whatever format they want to select. No crypto or stellar integration at this stage. We did a trial, we did it in the Philippines, we spent $2,800, and it just went fantastically well. Retention grew dramatically, obviously, as our swell of base of users came in. Many of them turned to become creators, and the organic growth from the Middle East and from around the world who were Filipinos living abroad was amazing. They came in, they tipped mum and dad back home, the ecosystem was complete. So how are we going to integrate Stellar blockchain? Firstly, the wallet. Okay, so when our creators reach $5 or $5 USDC in the wallet, then they go, yes, I'm ready to check out. They check out through our partnership with MoneyGram, utilising the SendWire APIs for them to be able to go, right, off they go to MoneyGram, they click on the MoneyGram, or they click on Mykobo, which is the digital option for us, which is, Android Pay or their bank account, and they can go get their money. In this case, they're on MoneyGram comes in, they click on it, they get the code from the walled garden, and they go down to the MoneyGram guy or girl to get their money. Fantastic. Secondly, because we saw the organic growth, we know that it's not beyond reason that people will send money home. By partnering with Orochi, we were able to set up a Stellar wallet for our users where they go, I'm now tipping and I want to send more tips back home. They can do that, and they will be able to send, say, $300 in this demo down to their mum or their family, the creator. That lands in the mum's creator's wallet. The remittance is done. And then we have from our bootcamp opportunity, which was brilliant, by the way. Thank you very much for the invite. We focused on the MoneyGram relationship, and we thought that leveraging MoneyGram agents and MoneyGram people who use MoneyGram, who find Remit TV, they are our evangelists, they're our opinion formers, they're the guys who will build organic growth in every corner street across the world. And they will be able to win bonuses, and we will work with them directly to say, right, you found us MoneyGram agent, we are thrilled about that, you are a MoneyGram star, please come in and earn quickly, and they can do that. Also NFTs, we have videos being planted on our platform. Why can't they be sold? And if someone wants to make a bid, they can make a bid for the digital asset, and the digital asset is then confirmed and sent to the other creator's account, and then they can get tips accordingly by their followers. So in fact, there is an intrinsic value to tipping. If it's a great video, they can earn money. And so in conclusion, we want to ingratiate ourselves with Stellar. We are building a crypto app that's leveraging all the good stuff that we've learned. We are going to let people earn from their content where they have no access. We can do cross-border payments that we know organically will happen. We've got NFT opportunities in our second wave, and this is all being enabled by the brilliant Stellar blockchain for us to be able to make this happen. So, yes, this is a consumer-driven crypto offering that is going to work brilliant with the social enterprise at its heart, and people are going to be able to earn very quickly from their content. This is version 2. Version 3 will have a lot more stuff in it. We look forward to your questions. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Okay, thank you very much for this great opportunity. Thank you, community. We're really thankful about this. This is for academic, where sports meet academia. My name is Pablo Agnes, and we are a highly motivated group of individuals hailing from the first city of Barcelona, Spain. And let me just get right off the bat by saying that most of us would love to be right next to Mr. Olympic medalist Michael Phelps back in the day when he was just getting started. And also, I would say that most of us would have just loved to be alongside Lionel Messi, perhaps soccer's most acclaimed player nowadays, just to chip in with his so much needed medicines back in the day. So if you just got the gist of this remarks, you will know what this project is all about by now. So what we want to do is want to bring the blockchain technology right at the intersection between sports and academia, not only because we feel passionate about them both, but also because we see a huge market niche there, a potential latent market. In terms of numbers, if you think of it, as far as Spain is concerned, the sports sector accounts for 3% of GDP, 2% of direct and indirect employment, and when it comes to studentship, what we see is that there is a 1.3 million undergrad students that can be potentially be brought to this kind of project. So let me just walk you through this little solution sketch here. The idea is to set up a marketplace, the sport academic marketplace, by bringing in both students and angel investors to the same place, the same virtual place, under the umbrella of the university. Now, the university will have to, as they say, separate the chaff from the wheat, in the sense that they'll have to come up with a list of their best prospects in terms of both academic records and also the projection in the sports field, be it Olympics, professional teams, and whatnot. So things that the university will have to mint NFTs containing information regarding the past performance of these student athletes. So they will put out these NFTs for sale, and investors will want to grab these NFTs, buy them on the marketplace, because they want just to be a part of this process. They want to just go for the long haul journey to success with the students. They want to be attached to them. They want to be associated with the institution as well. So notice that this will revert back in terms of money, funding for the students, and a small share for the university as to maintain the administrative, to keep the administrative costs down, right? So what we have is three clear roles in here. The university will manage all these NFTs, put them out for sale on behalf of the student. The student will passively receive this funding and see how their NFTs are faring. And last, investors will simply peruse the marketplace, grab the NFT, that is, buy the NFT of their liking, and simply have these NFTs in a store so they can boast about having been there when needed in the future. So they want to be part of this journey. So what we suggest at this point is that in terms of a price strategy or pricing strategy, universities try to offer a clear-cut, system whereby the higher the commitment in terms of studies and sports-related activities will be related to the funding they receive. So the better grades you get, and the better the sport-related activities you achieve, well, the higher the funding you will be receiving, right? So there is an incentive here to do it right, to do it better. We would suggest no more than 3 NFTs per student athlete at any one time, as to avoid flooding the marketplace with too many NFTs coming from the same individual. So what is this project all about in actual? Well, what we want to see is the students fully funded, especially this particular profile of student athletes. Universities will get a fee, and also we'll see their enrollment numbers of this particular profile substantially increased, whereas investors will be getting an NFT, which is a living proof of having been there when most needed. And well, arguably, Stellar will be hitting first, and thus it'll be hitting twice by supporting a kind of project like this. So this is our team, group of highly motivated people with too many walks of life, especially from the university and the thriving blockchain sector in Barcelona. And we want to see this project succeed in the very short time. So this is it. We're looking forward to your feedback. Thank you very much.
Hey guys, my name is Dave from CoinMiles. I'm super excited today to be presenting a first project of its kind in the Stellar ecosystem. So we want to connect the Stellar ecosystem to brands and consumers worldwide. But before we dig too much into what we're about to propose, let's take a step back and talk about the mission we have here at CoinMiles. And so we think that crypto should not only be available to investors only. In fact, the numbers are out there. Over 80% of millennials and Gen Z are interested in crypto, but only 20% of them have invested in crypto. And so that leaves a 60% gap of an audience that is more than willing to join an ecosystem, but simply haven't done it yet because simply said they're not investors. And so why are they not investing in crypto? Well, you know the answer as much as I do. It appears to be too complex for a lot of people. Like they don't want to put a picture of their passport. They can be intimidated by all of those trading terms, candlesticks, and so on, or simply said they have no money to invest. The reduction in the purchasing power is a major concern for the new generation of customers. And so simply said, they have other things on top of their mind than investing in crypto. And CoinMass comes forward and help tackle those two barriers to adoption. We want to provide USDC as a native integration onto CoinMiles, which will make USDC as easy to earn as loyalty points. So you won't have to pay for USDC, you'll simply get USDC as rewards. Introducing CoinMiles here, we are the most advanced crypto reward platform. I'd say globally, without wanting to boast too much, we have over 1,000 major brand partners integrated in the app. So Nike, Sephora, Best Buy, Home Depot, Hotels.com, name it, we have those. We work online and in store at those major brands. We have over 900,000 hotels integrated that gives up to 25% back in crypto, which is very cool. You guys can use it right now, earn some Bitcoin, but soon, hopefully USDC. We're live in 3 countries, Canada, US, France, and we are expanding very aggressively. So Europe, Latin, Asia, and Africa are all into our target. Traction so far, we've acquired over 50,000 users. We rank 27th most popular financial app in Canada. We rank #1 in direct traffic engagement by Pressboard, which is the equivalent of the Google Analytics for marketing campaigns with media. And we've processed over $5 million worth of transactions. So definitely a lot of traction with our current app that gives Bitcoin rewards. The proposal we come forward with to you today is to literally bring million more users, I should say, onto the Stellar network. How we're going to do that? By integrating, Stellar as a native reward on CoinMiles. And by Stellar, I mean USDC on Stellar and Lumens if you'd like to give an incentive to our users to earn USDC. So the way it would work, as a user, you connect here in CoinMiles. You select your rewards. You take USDC on Stellars. In this case, we've added a 2% bonus in Lumens to incentivize users to earn more. Once the reward is confirmed, then everything you purchase in CoinMiles, be it at Uber Eats, Starbucks, Walmart, you're going to earn back free USDC, just like traditional cashback, but instead they're being paid out on USDC on Stellars. You also get Lumens, and you can use those rails to remit to friends and family abroad, which is another interesting integration we have in our flow. So you can literally go in a Starbucks, order a coffee, get some USDC for free for that coffee, and start sending it to your friends and family abroad. Major play here for communities worldwide. In a sense, your vote will support the first project to bring new users in the Stellar ecosystem by integrating brands and consumers. We are a team that can execute. We can amplify the anchors integration into CoinMiles by bringing new users and by integrating those anchors into CoinMiles. And we can also connect Stellar with the biggest brands worldwide. So a partnership with Nike can be done in weeks instead of years. This is a brief overview of the team here. My name is Dave, co-founder is Chris and Mathieu. We have Daphne here, VP of Sales, pretty diverse team operating from Canada. And so let's go, guys. Let's get more customers worldwide on Stellar. Let's start giving USDC. We're more than ready to run. We'd love to work with you. Thank you so much.
Hello, I'm Mert, co-founder of Wirecash. So Wirecash enables crypto payments for both businesses and individuals. So you can accept crypto payments on your website, mobile apps, or physical store. So let's go to the problems that we solve. We see three main problems in the payment sector. They are fees, settlement, and limits. Let's start with the first one. So when you want to enter a new market like a payment sector, there are a bunch of intermediaries, and each of them is taking their own commission for their operational expenses, and it's increasing whole operation cost and affecting both receiver and sender. So let's go to the second problem, settlement. So when you send the money with money transfer operators or traditional payment services, it still take 1 to 7 days to reach a final settlement. So let's go to our last problem, limits. There are bunch of limits when you accept payment. So they are minimum amount, maximum amount, fraud, chargebacks, lack of customer supports. So let's go to our market analysis. So we see four main payment gateway competitors. They are BitPay, Coin Payments, Coinbase Commerce, and Payer. You can see their statistics under their title. So let's go to the solutions. So we are providing one dashboard, and you can manage your both business and personal operations under this one dashboard. So we are providing real-time conversion. We know crypto prices are volatile, and that's why we are providing real-time conversion. So when you receive an XLM payment or any of them, for example XLM, when you receive XLM, we are automatically converting it to BUSD, USDT, or USDC. It's up to you. Or you can say I want to keep XLM as XLM when I receive it. So we are using XLM USDC liquidity on Stellar decentralized exchange for the conversion. So let's go to the Cash ID. Cash ID is your universal identity for receiving a payment. It is valid on both Stellar and Wirecash network. We are using Stellar Federation protocol to enable it on Stellar, so you can accept payment like your name asterisk w.cash. So you can accept any type of asset with this universal identity for free. So we build a checkout, hosted checkout, so you don't have to build anything. You can accept a payment with this hosted checkout up to 10 million or as low as 1 cent. So we are providing bunch of networks for per coin. So for example, when you receive a USDT payment, there are 7 or 8 different networks. So your customer can pay USDT on 8 different networks to you. So we are Stellar Anchor. We are issuing around 15 assets on Stellar network, and we are providing bunch of different networks, so that you can deposit USDT on Binance Smart Chain and you can receive it on Stellar with us. So let's go to our merchants panel. If you are a merchant, you can track all of your operations under one dashboard. You can see all of your details and transactions. So you can manage your teams. You can add someone and give a specific permission, and you can manage them under a team's dashboard. So you can track a payment, you can see the timeline and all of other details under this. So we built a merchants app service. So if you have a Shopify store, you can accept crypto payments on your Shopify store on Wirecash. So if you don't know anything about development and just want to accept the payment, we built a request payment tool. So you can just enter an amount, select your local currency, and you can create a payment link within a few seconds. So we know the crypto is different, the traditional payments, so we build different tools. So if your customers is frequently sending incorrect amounts to you, you can set thresholds and you can set the percentage, and you can make all of these incorrect amount payments and receive the payments amounts automatically. So you can customize your checkout, and yes, that's all. So we are 3 member in Wirecash. Sefcan is my co-founder, and Mert and Necip is our mobile developer. And you can scan this QR code and join our beta and explore Wirecash. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Abigail Munene. I work with Kotani Pay. So basically, Kotani Pay is a technology stack that connects blockchain protocol, dApps, and fintech to local payment channels in Africa, in particular, banks and mobile money providers. So as Kotani Pay, we realized that in Africa, there are over 770 mobile subscribers. 57% of this number use feature phones, meaning they do not have access to the internet. It's also important to note that blockchain technology has been built with a smartphone user in mind and not a feature phone user in mind, meaning there's a group of people who are being locked out from the benefits that come with blockchain technology. So as Kotani Pay, we created a solution, an end-to-end SMS interface solution where users can access blockchain functionality such as cashing out their digital assets directly to their mobile money. And with this particular solution, we have managed to have multiple use cases. For one, we have seen universal basic income where beneficiaries can access or can cash out their money directly to their mobile money in form of digital assets. We've also seen in a remittance use case where migrants can send money in form of digital assets directly to their loved one using their mobile money. And finally, we have seen even B2B lending where small and medium enterprises can access credit and tap into global liquidity pool and redistribute this particular funds, credit in form of digital assets directly to the user's mobile money. So in this particular sprint, what we wanted to focus was on the user experience to ensure that our users experience a very seamless and smooth process when it comes to withdrawing their digital assets directly to their mobile money. So we built an off-ramping solution where users can withdraw their XLM USDC directly to their mobile money without having to leave the MS-based interface. So in this case, a user just simply dials the Kotani Pay code, which is *483 *3542#. This will prompt them to take them to the Kotani Pay menu. And in this case, they'll select option 3 to withdraw cash. They'll also get another prompt that they will be requested to input the amount of money that they wish to withdraw. This will be followed with a prompt to input the Kotani Pay PIN number. Once they do this, they'll get 2 notifications, one from Kotani Pay and one from their mobile money service provider concurrently to indicate that a particular money has been deposited and withdrawn to their specific wallets. So for this, this particular solution helps our users withdraw their USDC and XLM directly to their mobile money without having to leave the SMS interface, making their user experience as seamless and as smooth as possible. We chose Stellar in particular because they have low gas fee, and that low gas fee from their end means a very low transaction cost for our users. Also, they have fast transaction, and this will be very important and key when it comes to our humanitarian use cases. And finally, users can access stable coins in form of USDC directly to their mobile money. So I'll let my colleague Alphonse to take us through the demo.
My name is Alphonse, a software engineer from Kotani Pay, and on screen is a mock SMS wallet on the Stellar blockchain. So the first thing we'll do is just check the account details of a particular blockchain wallet. So the user enters option 7 and they proceed to enter option 1 to check account details. As we wait for the user to enter option 1, what you should expect is a transaction URL leading to the blockchain. So when the user clicks on the particular transaction URL, they're led to the block explorer, the Stellar block explorer. And from there, we can see the particular user's account address and their balance, which is in this case 1.7 USDC and about 4.7 XLM. So we'll go back to our main menu to proceed with the main flow, which is the withdraw to mobile money flow. So they'll click on option 3 to proceed to the withdraw to mobile money flow. So once a user enters the option 3, they will then be prompted to, I believe, enter the amount of money. In this case, they'll enter about 100 Kenya shillings, which translates to about 0.8 USDC. So when the user enters the amount, they'll proceed to enter their PIN. And after they enter their PIN, they will the transaction will be processed. And after the transaction is processed, they should expect to receive 2 messages, one from the mobile money service provider, which is in this case M-Pesa in Kenya, and another message from Kotani Pay to confirm that the transaction was indeed successful. So as you can see, the message from M-Pesa has arrived, and the message from Kotani Pay has arrived with a transaction URL to show that, to confirm that indeed this withdrawal process was successful. So there's a transaction hash, and as you can see, the user's account address transferred 0.8 USDC to our escrow, the Kotani Pay escrow wallet. The 0.8 USDC is what we had withdrawn. So 0.8 USDC translates to about 100 Kenya shillings. And now we'll just proceed to go back and just check out account details to confirm that everything was fantastic and the process was seamless. So we'll click on option 1 to check account details again. And as you can see, we had done this initially, so I'll skip over a few things. So as you can see, the balance has indeed changed from the initial value, and now it's 0.9 USDC, back down from 1.9 USDC. And with that, we can conclude our demo. Thank you for your time.
Hello, I'm Blake, founder and CEO of Amigro. Our product, Amigro Pay, is the digital currency payment solution for the global migration industry. Before Amigro, as an immigration consultant, I was helping many Brazilians and Latinos move to Canada. As a small business owner, I was solely responsible for all aspects of the operation, and one of my biggest pain points was receiving payments from my international clients. My experience was not unique and is shared by hundreds of thousands of legal professionals and small businesses in the US and Canada that are servicing the migration industry. Amigro Pay is an embedded finance company that utilizes blockchain technology and stablecoins for cross-border digital currency payments, transferring money without requiring the handshake between central banks that slows down the process and adds cost. We're targeting the global migration niche, starting with the service providers in the US that have Brazilian clients. Because of a language barrier and the importance of the process, many migrants use an immigration lawyer or visa agency. These service providers don't have a dedicated product to receive cross-border payments, relying on a handful of them that aren't optimized for their service or satisfy their regulatory requirements. Amigro Pay will be the better, faster, cheaper solution for these cross-border payments designed for the migration industry. We'll be starting with on- and offboarding fees while later exploring subscriptions for value-added services such as escrow. Our MVP will be a standalone product working towards integrations into the websites and other SaaS products that the service providers are using, such as practice management. Our B2B to C approach will have long-term business clients who will bring in new consumer clients that will be able to offer savings, remittance, and other financial products. Migration professionals are online and they belong to industry associations that have regular events and email newsletters that can be sponsored. Both of these are great ways to introduce them to Amigro Pay and sell to them directly. Their customers are often on Facebook looking for advice and sharing tips, while also watching YouTube videos about the desired destination country. Sponsored ads and videos can be used here. We're ambitiously chasing incumbents in embedded, cross-border, and remittance payments as we believe the digital currency can offer such great advantages in speed, fees, and programmability, and is really the future of payments. My co-founding CTO, Nathan, and I started building on Stellar in June of this year and are happy to be new entrants into the ecosystem. Our bios can be found on our SCF project page. We expect 2023 to be a great year for Amigro Pay. Make sure to follow our progress. Now we'll go to the demo of our payments product. Our demo starts logged in as a migration service provider that is viewing their dashboard of invoices. Looking at the user-friendly custodial wallet with muxed addresses, we can see the currencies held and their balances. SEP24 deposits and withdrawals will be available soon. Let's create an invoice, which is one of our key features and the starting point for embedding further into our clients' businesses, also making Stellar the first direct integration into this side of the industry. Users are able to choose the type of billing and a strict amount of the currency they want to receive. We're going up against Stripe and Wise Business, as well as meeting the specific needs of the legal industry, separating Amigro Pay from other products that we may be compared to on Stellar. After sending, we can see there is a new invoice in our dashboard that can be reviewed with notifications set up for their customer. With Soroban, we will be able to bring multiple milestone-based invoices together onto a single customer contract. Migration customers logging in have a similar dashboard showing their upcoming and paid invoices. Let's look at a recently received invoice. After a review, it looks good and we'll go to pay it. The customers have the flexibility to pay with any currency they hold, and with path payments, a user can pay the service provider as long as they have enough funds to make the conversion. We'll choose the requested BRL, and after confirming the payment, we can see that the invoice has been paid within seconds, and the money withdrawn from our wallet. In the service provider account, we can see the invoice has been updated to paid, and the money has been deposited into their wallet, less Amigro Pay's fees. We're currently determining the best moment for charging fees, considering the ease of accounting of our clients.
Hello everyone, my name is Tom. I appreciate the opportunity of talking live to the Stellar community. I mainly work as a programmer, therefore if you are curious, you may check my GitHub profile after that session. Just a quick word about me before I start. My passion has always been playing games, in particular I enjoy retro gaming. Also, I have been a long-time fan of Stellar, as you can guess by the picture. In 2018, I discovered how the technology empowers creative minds, and it's amazing. If you mix Stellar and gaming, you will understand why I love my job as the CEO of Kata Games, a France-based startup. What problems are we solving with Kata Games? Well, several problems or weaknesses exist in the game industry. We aim at producing a web app and a marketplace that can solve all problems at once. First, game development is still difficult to learn. The inefficiency of game distribution systems makes it worse. Second, existing platforms take high commission. This reduces the incentive to create a game. Finally, cryptocurrencies would benefit from more use cases. This is the only way to unlock the user mass adoption. Now, what is our strategy to solve these three problems? We believe that defining a new toolbox for creators can definitely help students and curious minds. The old stuff, that is all the infrastructures, can and should be replaced if one wants to really improve the user experience. Finally, using Stellar is a means to build a better distribution platform because cryptos can be used for game monetization. Using that innovative approach for entering the video game industry right now is promising. The market growth in that specific industry has been quite steady over the past 5 years. Forecasts are good, especially if one considers what could appear alongside the metaverse-like systems. Our competitive edge is the fact that games will be monetized using cryptos and Stellar. We benefit from having a proprietary technology that we use for loading and running various 2D games directly in a browser. The fact that any game creator can use a simple user interface and can use the Python language to be creative is a massive argument in support of our future growth. Python is one of the most popular and one of the easiest coding languages to learn. In case you wish to learn more about the awesome team I'm leading, I invite you to check our project page on communityfound.stellar.org. Alright, time for the demo. To use Kata Games, the user connects to a regular website. Under the hood, this loads a virtual machine or VM. A VM like ours can execute any type of 2D video game in the browser. A very important detail is that we use Stellar for the login. Keep in mind that this is pre-alpha prototype. It is far from being finished. Imagine I already have an account. I select the third option on that screen, and this allows me to use a Stellar wallet like Frighter, for example, to share my Stellar address with the system. A unique feature of Kata Games is what we call the hypergame. In a hypergame, you explore a virtual world like this one, where you will find portals. Portals, like the green one, are actually a link to another video game. This can be a third-party software, a game that can be created by almost anyone. This is a Flappy Bird clone, for example, but it still uses our interface. In theory, there is no limit to the quantity of games that can be linked this way. Another game example is a Tetris clone. Not only can the user play games like this Tetris clone, but he or she can also modify them. Advanced users use this in-game console to enter a game without crossing a portal. The command TP is available, TP like teleport. This one is similar to the Asteroids game. Notice the dark background color. To modify a game, other commands can be used within the console, like the clone command, for example. Let's create a new game cartridge named SCF11 and let's edit this cartridge. I can edit the source code directly and easily. For example, I will change the background color to a bright pink color here. As you can see, I can save it and the changes will be effective immediately. I really hope the Stellar community can support us in going faster in this product development. In 2022, there is a combination of circumstances that makes new software and new ideas like the metaverse, like Web3, and like kata games very popular. Thanks for your attendance, and I would be glad to take questions or comments.
Hi, so this is a re-recording of the presentation. But in this round, we are building a app store or a DApp store as an addition to our platform. And we want to make it easy for our users to access other services and help them make better use of the Stellar network and ecosystem as a whole. Through the App Store, our users get access to apps and services, both apps that we have created, but more importantly, apps that are made by third-party service providers. In essence, that's anybody in the community. Anyone can supply apps to our marketplace, although we want to maintain a level of quality control. Examples of these apps are transactions like international payments, access to carbon credits, invoicing, and more. As long as it makes sense in the practical world of business and works well on the Stellar network, we want to give our users access to the best apps out there. We are making the Web3 experience more seamless for everyone, and the way we accomplish that is sharing our KYC and KYB proofs with other service providers, so the whole process is simplified. This way, the users can access services by the click of a button rather than having to do another KYC when they sign up to new services. We are focused on the user experience, so we want to help users to do transactions and explain everything in a human-friendly way. We want everyone to be able to use our software. But let's take a look inside the platform, and we're currently running on testnet, but we'll launch on mainnet soon. And if you want to try it, log on to app.mojoflower.io. And here you can see a dummy account that I imported yesterday. And here we are in the home screen. You can see the user information, shortcuts to various applications, notifications, and more. And now I'm going to go into the portfolio view where I can see a list of my companies. And I'm going to take a look at the company Tulip Factory. And now inside the company, you can see the name of the company and its public address on Stellar, because the shares have been tokenized on the blockchain. We can also see the shareholder list and how much each shareholder owns in the company. And we can see which shareholder has onboarded, claimed their shares, or finished KYC for their account. We're still working on the KYC integrations, but it's coming along fine. And the idea is that the more individuals that engage with a company account, it enforces the company identity that can be used as a business passport on the network. Currently, we support eID or electronic ID in Iceland, and that serves as KYC for individuals. and we're in the midst of adding international KYC. We can leverage this when users need to access to other services, and this is done through our app store, Flora. So once a company is onboarded properly with us, they can access a variety of services without having to do any additional KYC or signups at all. That's pretty cool. And inside Flora, the user can use and choose a list of actions. Like if they want to sell shares, we'll have contracts for that. For each transaction, the user will be guided through steps. And here is an example of a direct sell contract that we provide, and we can customize the template with help of local partners in each market. A user selects the asset he wants to sell, he inputs the number of shares he wishes to sell, then inputs the asking price for the product. He selects users by email address, reviews the offer, and publishes it. And once it's published, the offer is sent to the recipient that will be notified. And we want to connect other app builders on Stellar, so if you have any ideas, needs, or features that you want to see us add, or if you're building yourself, please reach out and we'll try to make it happen as much as we can. And also, if you want to try out the app, please log on to app.mojoflower.io and you'll be able to log on from there. So thanks a lot, guys. Bye-bye.
To present Bonafide to you. Bonafide Web. At Bonafide Web, we are trying to localize Web3 assets for the African continent. And what are we trying to do at Bonafide? We're trying to close the gap between DeFi and TradFi. And for this particular phase, we're integrating and localizing Web3 assets for real-world payment use cases in Africa. A bit about me. I am a Web3 compliance and investigations expert, certified blockchain solutions architect, a cyber security manager with experiences working at Kraken and TRM Lab. My name is Adebayo. I am the CEO and founder of Bonafide Web. An introductory question to this is to sort of like carry us along with this is to understand how you convert your cryptocurrency assets to local currencies. I'm sure there are different options that most people use, but I think a major one is essentially taking their Web3 assets and then sending it from their wallets and their Web3 wallet to a cryptocurrency exchange, paying a gas fee, and then once it gets to that particular exchange, convert it to a stable coin, paying a transaction fee, and then converting that and looking for a peer-to-peer opportunity within that exchange or outside of that exchange to another exchange to make that transaction. And once that is done, there are quite a number of issues around this, which number one is the transactions and gas fees that were mentioned, compliance on the aspect of these exchanges and services that do not understand how to collect them, either collecting too much or collecting too less. Fraudulent activities on the P2P end of things that the individual you're trying to interact with might have been flagged by the local bank in your country or jurisdiction and then causing a little bit of issues for you. And some of you might say some of these issues you don't have exposure to some of this problem, but the aspect of not your keys, not your fund as a security exposure is a big one also that we're trying to solve. And we're trying to solve this by the solution which is basically we want our users to be able to convert their cryptocurrency asset to local currency directly from their Web3 wallets while saving on fees and without top-up services in a compliant way. A very short introductory steps on the product you're trying to build. Our users can put in a value in this particular form, and then once they are able to get what they want to transfer or convert, they connect their wallet, pick a wallet they want to connect. It pops up their portfolio balance. They can decide to switch between different networks. Once that is done, they click on continue, and then they fill in their details for first-time users, confirm their email address. Once that is confirmed, we give them a delivery method, be it a bank account or mobile money, put in the details. They can see the receiver's details also for future transactions. Once they click on continue, they are presented with a summary screen that shows their transaction summary of what they're planning to do. Once they click on confirm, it initiates, in my own case, my MetaMask wallet where I can easily confirm the transaction. Once that is done, we verify the ID for first time users also, and then deposit the funds into their bank account or mobile money wallet. They can also go to their transaction history to view the details and status of the transaction itself. And this is our first step. And to take you back to my presentation, we are asking for $50,000 to develop this product, improve on our partnerships, and also to provide liquidity and also marketing and community engagement. And how do we use Stellar in all of these spaces? We use Stellar in a couple number of spaces. Number one, to get quotes on the aspect of finding the right prices, and also we use Stellar and Cost to sort of improve on these things by using Stellar and Cost to help with our off-chain transactions. We are using Link Africa for Nigeria, ClickPesa for Rwanda and Kenya, and also Flutterwave for the rest of Africa, including Ghana. We are hoping to build on this, and also we are looking forward to questions from the Stellar community. Thank you.
Instrument is a platform that is specifically oriented for use by enterprises and the type of requirements enterprises demand, such as SLAs, comprehensive set of services, support, dashboards, and more. Instrument delivers this via a suite of APIs and tools. For most, if not all, enterprises, integration is critical, and Instrument provides integration vectors and all the bells and whistles enterprises are looking for, making adoption and penetration into the organization rapid and easy. The goal of Instrument is to abstract entirely the token layer and integrate into enterprise applications seamlessly. Instrument is currently in production with a proof of concept and building version 1 of. Quickly on who we are, Instrument is based in New York City with development teams in both New York City and Vietnam. Our sister company, Chainhouse, is soon to be a Stellar partner for Rust-based Stellar development and a focus on Soroban. Also graduates of the SCF 11 bootcamp, and because of it, we learned a lot through the bootcamp. We have pivoted and adjusted some of the goals and features of Instrument. What does Instrument do? Instrument allows businesses to build tokenized apps without worrying about the token part. For example, a business user can visually design an asset, think drag and drop, deploy the asset type, and then mint instances of that asset on-chain or via metadata. Instrument then allows for the asset to be traded, settled in multiple currencies, including USD and USDC, staked, and even generate liquidity pools via a few clicks. The experience for the user is seamless, and the enterprise gets to manage from a single dashboard all of the enterprise activities related to token design, issuance, trading, staking, and more. Instrument is primarily a set of business APIs, tools, and libraries. Let's discuss the APIs. Instrument has 3 APIs: Meta, Disperse, and Yield. Meta deals with all the basic utilities required for minting, transferring, and settlement of tokens, whether they are fungible or non-fungible. Minting of an asset is achieved by making a REST request with a rich set of options, including asset type information and more, as you see in screen here. All assets minted are available via the Instrument dashboard for search and drill down if needed. The Disperse API deals with value-added services around tokens, such as fractionalization, auctions, disbursement of capital to a large number of wallets, and sophisticated royalties management and payment. And finally, the Yield API deals with taking tokens minted on Instrument, allowing liquidity pools to be created or tokens to be staked in these liquidity pools with integration into DeFi protocols. In terms of tools, Instrument has several. The first is a designer, which is a graphical and visual means to create new asset types. For example, using the Actus taxonomy, a taxonomy for financial smart contracts, a business user can drag and drop fields and generate a new bond. Our asset template library is a growing set of prefabricated asset types, including NFTs, POAPs, and business assets like invoices. Our smart contract library allows for the deployment of smart contracts via API into existing smart contracts that are already deployed. Integration with enterprises is possible via our Graph API that allows for robust queries on assets, and the same is for our WebSocket endpoint. Every enterprise requires robust analytics, and Instrument provides, or in some cases will provide, robust drill down and reporting capabilities. Every enterprise requires analytics, and Instrument provides, or in some cases will provide, robust drill down and reporting capabilities. Using our portfolio features, assets can be bundled, and those bundles can themselves be tokenized. Assets can have text-based histories where business users can attach notes, potentially aiding in due diligence and knowledge share. And coming soon, we will have the ability to manage wallets for an enterprise. Think 20,000 wallets for an organization's employees, for example. Our short-term goal with Stellar is to build the Meta API on top of Stellar and to allow settlement and trade of tokens to occur via Lumens. Our long-term goal is to bring the entire full suite of tools and APIs, including Designer, asset issuance and trading, auctioning, and staking all onto Saraban. For more information, I urge you to take a look at these links. Thank you.